What is the greatest opening line in the history of history?
The secret to revolution is not to see what no one else has seen, but rather to see the same thing everyone sees and to think what no one else has thought.
I have asked over 50 people if they access the internet, and they all say yes.
When in reality, we are all granting the internet access to us.
We do not access the internet. We are the internet.
Big hands, Newsom, palms on the gavel. World unravel, systems fragile. Typing revolution, scrolling battle. Scrolling but silent, nah, we can't straddle. Make democracy offensive, what's the price? Power to the people, not the roll of dice. Unite online, ignite the fight. Blow this shit up, bring the wrong to light.
Придурок. Это дурак. Конец. Там чертовы уродливые оковы для дронов. Бегите, спасая свои жизни.
Welcome back, dear viewers, to the highest form of human excellence, a part of IOD Nations Productions.
VD here with another report from Ukraine. Today we have breaking news.
Ukraine has recently started upgrading its remaining Bradley fighting vehicles with an innovative new armor package, enhancing their survivability and giving the Russians a serious new challenge to overcome. The new armor is codenamed Penis Tower 1 and has already been installed on several vehicles, including those being used by the 47th Mechanized Brigade. That's right, folks, look at the size of that pin-ass shaft. But wait, there's more!
Our world-leading drone developers are now proud to introduce Big Red's rectal retention fiber optic sphincter communications to overcome signal jamming. Current capabilities are 22.7 kilometers of rectally located and protected fiber optic communications cable. Tonight we have exclusive video footage of the most recent Cankle Drone mission against Russians. They executed a flawless drone attack of the 55th Division of Mk1 Cankle Drone Assault Group. Here is another example of how the Russian military loses their minds when they are attacked by the Cankle drones. Remember, if all of us Ukraine citizens were to email NATO together to found the world's first ever international online democratic nation, an online Ukraine nation. If we all do that, not only will it help end this war earlier, but it will put Ukraine in a position of world democratic leadership. Slava Ukraine and Slava Online Ukraine.
Придурок. Это дурак. Конец. Есть чертов Кангадрон. Бегите, спасая свои жизни.
What if the world's next great democracies and nations will not be visible on a map? What if they cannot be attacked by a military or even bombed? To Ukrainians, Americans, and to the world's pro-democracy citizens, we say, in this crazy world where democracy is under attack, we propose a new way to avoid or stop these types of attacks with virtual, online, democratic nations. I recently lost a dear friend. As I watched in horror at Americans hiding pedophiles from justice, stealing my voting rights, and attempting to hide the dangerous history of slavery in our nation, my friend kept saying that democracy always dies and that I should stop caring. As I watched my hero in Ukraine and Ukraine's soldiers and their brave citizens murdered and bombed because they choose to fight for freedom and democracy, he tried to tell me that this failure of democracy is inevitable, and I shouldn't care or fight back. I should just accept it. I argued that with that attitude and his actions, he was directly contributing to our American democracy dying. Like many of you, at this point, our friendship seems to have died as well. Then one day, while I was despondent about these deplorable deaths, I had an epiphany. He was right. Democracy does always die. But the epiphany was the most important fact. Throughout history, whenever freedom and democracy die, some crazy diamonds come along and they give birth to new freedoms and democracies. These deaths are not the end. They are the fertilizer, the inspiration, and the events that always lead or have always led to the rebirth of bigger, bolder, better versions of freedom and democracy across the world. That epiphany is when I realized that this is not a moment to be despondent. We live at a moment in history to be embraced and welcomed. Some of you listening to this, you are going to be the crazy diamonds that imagine, implement, and radically improve and expand the next births of freedom and democracy all across the world. John F. Kennedy reminded us of this during his famous speech when he commented on the two Chinese characters that represent the word crisis. One character represents danger. And yes, we must be wary of these dangers. But most important, the other character represents opportunity.
Remember when you were young, you shone like the sun. Shine on, you crazy diamond. And now there's a look in your eyes, like black holes in the sky. Shine on, you crazy diamond. You were caught to the crossfire of childhood and struggle, blown on the steel breeze. Come on, you target for faraway laughter. Come on, you stranger, you legend, you matter, and shine. You reach for the secrets too soon. You cry for the moon. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Threatened by shadows and night, exposing the light. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Well, you all wrote your welcome, a friend on precision, born on the steel breeze. Come on, you raver, you seer of visions. Come on, you painter, you viper, you